I say NDC government is a better implementer of free SHS and NHIS. Okasem baako bi menim say no more de ka ho a. Osi say obi organ ha no ohwe animu say aban no betam sikado so po bi the 24-hour economy. They will be disappointed. The government is going to give an enabling environment for the private sector to run 24-hour economy. And I'm saying, Yehu 24-hour economy. I've had the enabling environment. Yehu. Yente Mahama Ayariga wo se eba se aban a otimi bo modern e wo free SHS national health insurance one yente no
all the money and you can't do other initiatives for government because there are constraints in terms of financing. So you cut health insurance, you cut what do you call it, get fund. We came and we uncapped them and look at the amounts of monies that are going to fund healthcare delivery and the amount are going to fund free senior high schools. So I would insist that even if NPP started free SHS, I am saying that today NDC is a better implementer of free SHS. Even if National Health Insurance, as it is presently constituted, was started by President Kufuor, I am saying that today, as it is being implemented, NDC is a better implementer of National Health Insurance.
Okay. Avanyoma Kensoso Kasabi, I say, Abai NDC, any flagship program, Abai no person ye ho adwuma no. Omuni krata ba akusi wo parliament. The government has failed to provide parliament with documents on its flagship programs. Afenyo Makin.
Ostensibly, it will be recalled that since the swearing in, Parliament has approved billions of Ghana cedis for various ministries, ostensibly to execute programs. Mr. President has gone ahead to launch these programs at various events across the country. Sadly, to date, none of the programs has been presented to Parliament to enable us properly commence the task of oversight. The 24-hour economy program, the 1 million coders program, the Agri for Economic Transformation program, the program to export labor as announced by the President, and the National Apprenticeship program, just to mention a few, have all not seen parliamentary scrutiny. Meanwhile, these programs are supposed to be executed with funds approved by Parliament. So the reason why Parliament is being kept is the dark can better be explained by the executive. But we will not relent in our demand on government to make these flagship programs available for us to scrutinize.
Okay, on the anti-LGBTQ bill, Afenyo can say, "Mode bill we Kufuor minimum. Ye did my election crowd ye campaign tiano. You forced this bill down the throat of Kufuor. Now you people want to run away. Also mupwa anti-LGBTQ ye be pass it. Afenyo market.
You force LGBT on the throat of the Kufuor government. Today, you don't want LGBT. You would want it. Mube pepa. Mube pepa. You use it to win election. Now, when your stakeholders, the international community is warning you, you want to run away. Run to where? You now see governance. You are in the kitchen, you see the heat. I was there. We will plead with you. Let's manage this situation. You say no. Remember that hot afternoon? Agboja, as a chief whip. You remember that hot afternoon? When you suffocated me with third reading. You are laughing. Mr. Speaker, this bill.
What is the meaning of what you said?
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. Sometimes when I look at majority leader, it's not easy. Mr. Speaker, what I'm trying to tell them is that, you see, when they were in opposition, they forced this bill on us. Even when it was in court, they say the bill must be signed into law. We heard President Mahama, His Excellency. He said, "Oh, the bill, he's seen it, but he's referring it to the Attorney General."
Days ahead of us. The government is to conduct a value for money audit on Buankra Inland Port. Dr. Dominic Ayine.
I want to give two examples. In the case of the Buankra Integrated Inland Logistics Terminal, the report has been returned to my office. We have done our reading of the report and analysis of it, and we've come to the conclusion that there is a need for us to have a value for money audit, because that is the only way by which we'll determine the extent to which there was malfeasance relating to the finances of the project. But so far, nothing has been discovered that should, cause us to take action in court in terms of criminality.
To just say, a company by name JA Plant Pool was supposed to have been paid 176 million contract sum. We are seeing $2 million be abetoso. Just say Plant Pool has been overpaid $2 million extra.
Project, which is DRIP. We did the investigation. The preliminary report was returned to my office. I studied it. I gave directions as to what to do, and the investigators have went back to do their work, and they came back with a report that I can tell you has, pinpointed certain acts of malfeasance that we are working on. So, for instance, in the case of DRIP, they were overpaid. That is, JA Plant Pool was overpaid by $2 million. The contract sum was $176 million United States of American dollars. On the face of the contract, that is the sum that was stated. When we examined the invoices of payments, it was $178 million that was paid. So right away, there was a difference of $2 million. So we asked that $2 million be paid back by JA Plant Pool. We also realized that 190 pieces of equipment were added and cleared without payment of tax. In other words, they were added to the list as if they were tax exempt. I asked the investigators to go back, look at the HS code, and for those of you, HS code is a harmonized code that the customs officers use to determine the classification and taxes applicable to goods. When they did the analysis following the HS code, it came out 38.7 million Ghana cedis of taxes were evaded. So in respect of the two sums, that is the $2 million, JH Plant Pool has been asked, we have made a demand on them to pay that money. Then when it comes to the taxes, we have asked GRA, because under the tax laws, it is GRA that can make a demand for the payment of the taxes. So we've asked that GRA should make a demand for the 38.7 million. Now that is our investigators' assessment.
Okay. The former Buffer stock boss and wife have been charged with stealing, conspiracy to steal, willfully causing financial loss to the state, using public office for profit. Dr. Ine, see, I charge you one more count on the doors, but when you move through, stealing, conspiracy to steal, willfully. How willfully causing financial loss? You had the toast one. Will you want to be a baby in you? Yenti, Ine.
orchestrated the transfer of 78 million.
Government appointee,
9,080. Mr. Abdul Wahab, in concert with Richard Sam Ashanti and Bismarck Owusu-Boakye, orchestrated the transfer of 78,269,084 Ghana cedis and 4 pesos from the bank accounts of Buffer Stock Company to a private company linked to Hanan Abdul Wahab, his wife, and staff for Buffer Stock at Republic Bank and EcoBank. We have decided to charge Mr. Hanan Abdul Wahab and his wife, Faiza Seydou Wuni, with stealing, conspiracy to steal, causing financial loss to the state, using public office for profit, obtaining public property by false statements.
Oh no, say the year bags a Bruce sister no. Na the year bag does a follow me. It won't mean toss our bag. A man also there. Obit me back. Cases by the Attorney General are false and damaging. Former CEO Abdul Wahab Hanan Aludiba osi the omodi atonu so nyina eye false and damaging. Ombeso mu funtus official. Ombeso mu guna ni mase. Asama wo mu ka nyina enim na obesi am court. Osabari ma ya retenadu otoso mienu se monyuma kunya. Kade mai monyuma kunya.
Yo genani me yo this year you be a finne e bi ogba fe bibia yo genani me yo this year you be a say me ma ho de bua bisika bua madaje be di beba abebua na emom e finne ko me ye kede ni bio me di ba mi
Yes, so hini eden na hoden ni sika ni nimdie waboa kadema ye niema bebre still and that way so aye we man son tokwa na wose monyima kunya buso aye dai enti di obetuma di akunya no mo foma no ade we pa na himfunu bebrebe ye bi anka beboa o
ese we pa no se
himfunu bebetuma nya kodura ya anka ye
we man panyini anase bia we say wonye bio and I say this because nipa no the opportunities involved papa we nyama we mi na what
MPP has been vindicated. Ora was a complete waste of time. Domlevosi say
Domlevosi omo receive so many garbage like and send you a allegation because email will be in a dimly sending electronically and all kinds of evidence mra kwa no we nya for that matter na won't me line cause information munya eni nyina because in the beginning man for quantify say a case
almost $21 billion worth of corruption kuja tabla kwa nani
enti no omo aye review to me say information bi wo ho a bi wo bitimi de eje bi beba no ono ade bo atan obi anye valuation or na say variation bi take place boy say I'm afraid the papa na beto say so they received so many information
garbage
including garbages pana buy
I don't pay atrase yaw I'm sure say free home too
ahota oral nkomo ya wudi ene Dominica ye ne nsem o kan na me ade ba ko a akota meeting ni nyina me hu wo mu ye say yes
na mami mi amani na time no me nya de pepe obia for 4 minutes
okay
mobiantra
awada NDC ewo asudie NDC aban no ene mampede John Dramani Mahama wa asudie da no so say approve kire Ghana for say truly MPP for akromfo agota what say
because of kasa
ne campaign no mo yes MPP for abokro no omu wi on mine no Canada Japan they are stealing like there's no tomorrow then the anyone nyina no ye omo de campaign and a Ghana for eto abadema omo enti I was say NDC aban e prove kire Ghana for say no kra de ehu no abonte e ka kire mo say agrofo we akromfo no saa netie ejakota in the coming days say your papa ne kan say aka de o say aka baku aka sky train ni ho
sky train
ni na wo de beba no akota be ye series saa e bi kura akota ye kan ye ken e be court enkusi aga but in the eyes of Ghana for no
they should
ye hunu say
we
Hanan no okromfo allegedly yes be America
I say he's been charged for stealing allegedly why okromfo
and when ye mo de betu dwa otimi to watch back 15 billion ayi Hanan ya ye kan wase attorney general ne say wo kan na make mo evidence for the listener to otimi to watch back 15 billion old Ghana cedis you oto bag man yere ayi your friend say ayi ebi kura ye 1 billion ebi ye 2 billion to bag man yere o akota ejapade a this young man and then omu kreti according to attorney general nyam na make o
now attorney general and that TV so now how they say
most of you back say me na say
what tojo uludan
mo tojo uludan auto airport asase $750,000 auto a
3-bedroom house or cantonment 5-bedroom house our chain homes
chain homes
dying mo 1.6 million
1.6 and
dollars
yes what the
Sortina Enterprise to as a nema almost sika almost transfer
and akota sika na da ho no mo sa no 16 million
which is 160 billion
160 trillion 104 zeros in every so
160 trillion
yes na kwa
that's a
sika dada no
160 billion
yes and no dia to na count
16 billion Ghana cedis
yes.
Hey
akota Sortini Enterprise to the
Aquani Enterprise. Now it's a way now you some fictitious companies that were created.
It's akota the Attorney General and NDC.
That's what he's alleged.
Asudie yes. Asudie domo so and some nyama we nyina bia ne say.
Any Hanani.
Mo akota o se obusa se ne Hanani. Yes o to hotel bu tamale. And now mo here quickly transfer sikano because o the Attorney General now say o wi sika no nim so ntimi mfa nko bank. Sika we ya o wi aye nyina no onim so ntimi mfa nko bank.
You know the year japade.
You be question.
You know the year japade.
It's not or to japade. To nsase oto dan oto fie saa tuto saa na kota we nyina twako si se NDC waso die se omu prove kire Ghana for se ne ye campaign ka chem se MPP for akromfo ya che kromfo baako na niam odi sika ye nie
okay
so akota ebetima ba se a case we be court na Hanan na kwa kudibem ba ni padodo se na de o mani be di akira
akọ conclude kra se Hanan na dibem
mo de beto ni tri
wonim se be si na obitimi tra radio so na all refer Cecilia brother pa so we sika even though Shraj court crack ase maame no peswa ba one for be sika no
Ghana for tirimu dia betu
de wo Ghana for tim say
maame Cecilia brother pa na
we Ghana sika
egu ne dem ebi ne Hanan de we iti public movement say court
of public opinion no when you are given a verdict of guilt and people
NDC aban ne Attorney General no court of public opinion for no call more catch MPP for akromfo no he is proving to them so iti mahu say lawyers ni bi chesa an na Attorney General no say oba be government communicator na friend is answer no for court
mo anya government
kwa bisu no so almost approve mamu MPP for who be Ghana for him more
and
because still they have an election
to protect
in 2028
and I want to know unya srem ho
na kota
ngodi mu nkomo
another interesting idea so say enno na
1 minute more
o kan sa say no minim say ya grace mo video na o kai say gentleman we ko di ni birthday bi o plane mu mo enno na ho na video no o mo di video no to social media no so
Hanan
Oh, say Grace.
By parents, the government appointee, buffer some
video no. Sabi me de ka asem keke. Sa video no John Bodu wom. Sa video no Freddie Blay was me wom. Sa video no gentleman be a friend Dominic Dia.
Yeah, Dominic Dia. GMPC a foundation on another no.
One a better abonting just to prove to Ghana for the say.
What you did the birthday
aeroplane.
Asante.
No,